Well, Grant. Take a look at this matchup. Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, BA. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Hart in at the 4 slot.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Embiid from outside. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Love the confidence from Joel. He gets the ball and knows exactly what he's going to do with it before he gets it.
Here's Brunson. And he lays it up and in.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Maxey. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Maxey makes things happen with his hard work and determination as a scorer.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw this game.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers help them win games.
Anunoby against Oubre. Towns a screen on Oubre. Here's Anunoby, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Maxey finds Embiid. Shot clock at 6. The Knicks pull it in.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
What a 22-23 season it was for Joel Embiid. Named MVP with the Sixers, Clark.
Yeah, and that was Philly's first MVP since the answer. Allen Iverson back in 2001. Embiid led the league in scoring at over 33 a game on 55% shooting from the floor. Remarkable. Nobody could stop him. He was virtually unguardable.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Brunson surveys. Inside. Here's Bridges. Banked it in off the glass.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
The 76ers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Oubre a screen on Bridges. Maxey with it, and it's Brunson picking him up. Oubre can't hit. New York leading by 3. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
They get it again. Towns outside. Pass to Hart. Second chance shot. And Towns with the lay-in.
Length, size, touch. That's how Towns just dominates you inside.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Brian, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oubre. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And the call will be against Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:41 left to play in the first quarter. Right side, Brunson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Knifing to the rim with ease. Brunson attacks these open lanes with tenacity.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A. And lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Paul George, one of the most versatile and dynamic players in the league. I mean, he does a lot for his team offensively and defensively, which I think frees up the other guys to do their thing.
Now here's Towns. Pass to Bridges. Shot clock at 5. Hart with a screen on George. Bridges. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. 76ers trail by 5. Outside Maxey.
New York foul.
And these will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Personal foul.
And he drops the first.
Not only is Maxey solid and efficient from the line, but he gets there quite a bit too.
Both free throws good from Maxey.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. These are his first free throws of the game. The first one falls. Both free throws good from Brunson. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And George launches it from deep. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Hart. Back to Towns. Out to Bridges. Beyond the arc. Counted from distance. Bridges has got 5 points.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And so it's New York, finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
On the court right now for the Knicks, OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Brunson in at the 1 spot. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Now here's Maxey. 7 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Oubre. Here's Drummond. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. New York leading by 4. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Here's Brunson. Sneaking inside. It's Brunson.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Outside Oubre. Pass to Drummond. Shoots over Hart. And again, it's Philadelphia.
And, you know, Drummond has no problem playing through contact. He excels at using that strong body of his to fight through contact and finish.
And that one drops for him. Brunson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Pass to Embiid. Now Drummond. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. It's rebounded by New York. Up top, Bridges. Maxey covering. There's a screen. Bridges on the attack. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And slipping inside and then going for a strong finish, Bridges stuns the defense.
George passes to Embiid. This one for three. George's shot is off. Knicks leading by 8. To the paint. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Showing off some mobility there. When Drummond rolls like this, he's hard to stop in pick and rolls.
The shot's good. Clark, one topic that gets its share of attention, illegal screens.
And with good reason, because guys are bigger, stronger, a lot of pick and roll action. So you've got to be more diligent in cracking down on those screens that are illegal. The game is extremely fluid. Guys are in constant motion. But I think it's a hard call to make consistently, but the officials have to keep working at it.
Bridges on the attack. Brunson a screen on George. And the basket by Bridges. Bridges has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
For three, Maxey. Hart pulls it in. New York leading by 9. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. Anunoby finds Brunson. For three. Philadelphia grabs the miss. 52 seconds left in the first half. Oubre passes to Drummond. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside Anunoby. Kicks it out Towns. Pass to Hart. The 3 ball. It's hauled in by Oubre. 76ers trail by 9. Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Thunderous throwdown that time from Joel Embiid.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Outside Brunson. Here's Towns. Hart from long range. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's the New York Knicks closing out the quarter. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the famous half-court shot run. They're measuring up that shot.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
We've got Walker. He's out there with Kyle Lowry. And it's Bona in at the 5. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Now here's Walker. McBride covers. Fires the 3. Walker's shot is off. New York leading by 7. To to the middle. Achua with the dunk.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard. Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Right against Lowry. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Knicks lead by 8.
Imagine how much bigger this lead might be if he were a little more selfish.
Walker, a screen on right. To the inside. Buries it down low.
A good display of Lowry's court vision there. Nice feed to the open man.
New York shooting 71%. Their offense has looked unstoppable all game long. Right against Lowry. Right drives it. Stolen by Lowry. Here we go. Walker for 3. That's good. And so Lowry with the assist. Walker's got 6 in the quarter.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Driving to the basket. McBride passes to Robinson. Back to McBride. Pass to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
Robinson, a screen on Walker. Down low. Shoots. Another one falls for New York.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
They set a pick. Walker for 3. It's rebounded by New York. They've led by as much as 10. To the inside. Achua. Pass to Robinson. Edwards against Wright. Robinson, a screen on Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. Wright, pass to Robinson. Missed inside. 76ers trail by 7. Lowry with it. Picked up by Tucker. Edwards for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Achua. Achua with the dunk.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Lowry, no good. New York leading by 9. Robinson, a screen on Walker. McBride passes to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
Walker for 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Achua. Robinson with it. Back to Achua. And the layup is good off the glass. Achua's got 6.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Lowry against Wright. Lowry outside. And another miss by Philadelphia.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And Lonnie Walker's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Baxi against Brunson. Towns on a screen. Just 5 on the clock. The 3. And again, the Knicks missing. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. It's the Knicks. They lead by 13. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So on the floor for the Knicks, we've got OG Anunoby. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint. Embiid, a screen on Anunoby. George passes to Embiid. Three-pointer. Yes, sir! Embiid from distance.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul. Robinson, he's checked in for New York.
Knicks substitution, number 23.
Bridges against George. Pass to Robinson. Back to Bridges. 5 to shoot. Anunoby, a screen on George. Bridges passes to Anunoby. Joel Embiid with the board.
It's not easy to finish in traffic, but those are chances he has to convert.
It's George on the wing. It's George on the wing. Good. And the assist to Embiid.
Cannot let George get his feet set out on the perimeter. He'll bury it.
New York leading by 9. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Towns a screen on George. Kicks it out Towns. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Robinson can't hit. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. And a foul call. Looks like he had a clear path to the basket. They'll get one free throw and they'll keep possession here. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
Yeah, another thing, this offense came in aggressive, driving into the lane, forcing the defense to try to adjust. So far, the defense hasn't had enough of an answer.
Josh Hart's checked in for Robinson. George passes to Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
They've still got work to do, but it's impressive how they've battled back.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, over the last break I listened to Tom Thibodeau address the team. He implored his team to use the clock. He said the clock is our friend. No need to rush things unless they give us a free one. Let's squeeze them out of this game. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Brunson with it. Oubre picks him up. Baseline try. Drummond grabs the miss. Now Philadelphia with it. They've got a 10-0 run going. And stolen by Bridges. To the middle. Hart finds Brunson. And he makes it on the layup. Brunson's got 4 points this quarter.
And that was a timely basket to stop their momentum.
You gotta love the fact there's no quitting. They know they can't cut the lead down all at once. They're not trying to bite off too big a piece of the pie. They're chipping away at it, just banging at that rock, and trying to chip away at it. So far, so good. And defensively, you've got to be on the lookout for this. I mean, Towns gets up in a hurry now.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Towns a screen on Maxey. Brunson assertive on the take. And the shot goes. And the Knicks lead by 9.
And man, you gotta appreciate how efficient Brunson is. I mean, he takes and makes high percentage shots.
Embiid can't hit. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for New York. Inside, here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Here's Brunson outside. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. Baxley against Anunoby. Oh, it's stolen by Towns.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Knicks.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
Now, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And what a huge performance it was for Jalen Brunson.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
Drummond, the screen on Anunoby. Pass to Drummond. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
Boy, George is an outstanding player, actually one of the very best in the league. In these screen and roll sets, he knows exactly what to do.
Now here's Hart. Here's Towns. Fires from deep. They get the rebound. Clock at 6. Second chance effort. No luck on that one. That one's good. So New York wins it. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mirror, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him
We have the... NBA come. Up great to him, and now the Golden State Warriors starters. They've got Peyton Butler out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Post in at the center position. And for the 76ers, Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Maxey in at the point guard. Greg, we're sure to see a lot of quality basketball here tonight, given the veteran talent on both sides.
Yeah, tremendously high IQs from both teams, so expect a clean game. And some of these players have been through it all in this league.
And that one's good by Butler.
How about the speed there from Butler? Just a knack for knowing where to run in transition.
Maxey against Peyton. Here's Drummond. The Warriors pull it in.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Curry on the wing. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Not just a jump shooter, Curry is so creative at figuring out little ways to score inside.
Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Buries it from three-point range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending. And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team, showing that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you, owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
Philadelphia's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Oubre, no one around him. Good on the triple.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. Now, I asked Coach what the game plan was when it comes to defending Jimmy Butler, and he said to me, we have to make sure we match his energy level. Jimmy is one of those guys that goes all out every second. We want our guys to do the same on D. It won't be easy, but they think they found a way to contain him. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Oubre, a screen on Green. And the basket by Embiid.
You must respect Embiid's range as a defender. He'll make you pay every chance he gets.
Outside Curry. Drives to the hoop. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And so George will bring it up for Philadelphia. Embiid sets the pick for George. Launches it. The rebound by Post. The Warriors have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And Butler gets it to go.
The defense has to make it tougher for Butler. Can't give him that.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchises.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Drummond sets the screen for George.
And that's where Green makes his biggest impact. He is a menace defensively.
Back to Butler. Over in the corner, Green. Outside Butler. Shoots with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Butler's got 7 points.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Out left to the wing. And Drummond kicks to Oubre. 6 to shoot. And Embiid with a screen on Curry. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. The 76ers with another miss. Warriors leading by 4. Plays it up and banks it in. 8 points for him.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Maxey looking it over. Pass to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Green with the block.
No matter what night it is, Green seeks to intimidate and more often than not succeeds.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
He's certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, the basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Warriors lead by 6. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then it's George. And it's Maxey in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Outside, Maxey. Back to Drummond. Goes up again. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
It's stolen by Green.
Good anticipation defensively. See the pass coming and manages to snatch it. Run it.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways. I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks.
I mean, what can we say about Steph's jumper that hadn't already been said?
Curry against Oubre. Embiid wide open. Offensive rebound. Warriors leading by 6. Beyond the arc. Curry laser-guided shot from deep range.
Boy, that's unfair. Curry hitting those pull-ups.
The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you, he was just scratching the surface. He was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Maxey against Payton. Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
Curry deciding where to go with it. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Outside, Maxey. Pass to George. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Butler against George. Now Embiid. And again, Philadelphia turns it over. Warriors leading by 7. Now Curry. He's got 13. And the Warriors miss again. Maxey against Payton. Maxey passes to Oubre. The shot from the low post is good. Oubre's got 7 points in the game. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Oubre against Butler. They kick it out to Green. Green with a screen on Embiid from outside the arc. A shot by Curry, no good.
He's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
1:14 left now here in the second. Green left side. And stolen by Maxey. Drummond with it. Now Payton defending. Got a piece of it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Embiid from outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. He's got 9.
Yeah, the keep it simple method. Good decision to use the bounce pass just to get it there.
Curry dishes to Green. Back to Curry. Shot clock at 5. Steph, perfection from the arc.
What a response from Curry. Gotta know he's coming for his revenge.
Pass to Embiid. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game time. Here's Curry. Curry always finds a way. This time inside.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Maxey, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after this break. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Curry has been sensational.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Buddy Hield is out there with Pajemski. Then there's Moody. Then it's Kuminga. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5 down low.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And try and name a 6-footer who likes to operate inside more than Lowry. He is a beast.
Hield the pass to Moody. Some nice passing by Golden State. Here's Jackson Davis. And it's Bona with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 7. Here's Walker, and there's the drive. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Boy, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
Warriors leading by 10. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, GA?
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. And here's Edwards from the arc. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Here's Hield. No good from the wing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
A floater. Here's Bona. They set the pick. And here's Walker outside. Warriors with the rebound. Jackson Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. They get a hand on it. At the elbow, it's Hield. And then Hield with the dunk.
As a larger guard, Hield can get up with the big boys.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
After 76ers ENT.
The 76ers trail by 14. It didn't take long for Podziemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pods clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
Oh, great feed by Lowry. He'd rather pick up an assist than score a bucket.
Hield with a screen on Lowry. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Here's Podziemski. While recovering. Crafty move. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Walker goes in, banked in off the glass. Walker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Back to Podziemski. And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And the Warriors with some changes. Outside Curry. And the rejection by Embiid.
Yeah, defensively, Embiid can take over a game with his reach. Big block from him there.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. They trail by 11. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Draymond Green.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this one?
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Tyrese Maxey. And Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Oubre, and it's George in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
And holding nothing back there, George gives the dunk his all.
Curry outside. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in this game. 4-3, Oubre. And the 3 ball is good.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Curry against George. Curry, terrific play, doing it off the drive.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
And that's 280 pounds crashing the glass. Drummond bullying his way there on that second chance bucket.
Outside Curry. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got 27.
Quite simply, he is carrying this team, doing most of the work scoring-wise.
Maxey kicks to George. Driving to the basket. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more cup. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
That's his third personal foul.
The officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that 3 goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thanks, David. The 76ers trail by 10. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
That'll be a jump ball.
Payton against Maxey. Pass to Oubre. There's the 3. The Warriors pull it in. Here's Butler. Oh! Thrown down by Butler.
And that's what they want to see from Butler, a take-charge mindset, that desire to attack the rim.
Oubre finds Drummond. Here's Embiid. A second chance effort. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Drummond.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
Outside Curry. This one for three. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night, and the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Warriors leading by 10. Outside Curry. Puts up a deep three. It's Drummond with the rebound. The 76ers running out of time. Maxey attacking. Draymond Green grabs the miss. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Outside Curry. Tipped away and stolen by Drummond. Curry with the steal.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Warriors.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Stephen Curry.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
George looking over the floor. Pass to Maxey. That ball's nice speed that time from George. Maxey's got it back down to within single digits with the 76ers. George against Curry. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Curry's shot is good.
And Curry makes the floater look so sweet. You just assume that it's going in the minute he releases it.
Green with the block. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This was all right, David. Thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside...
common. They are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Stephen Curry is out there with Gary Payton II. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Post in at the 5, roaming the paint. And the basket is good.
You see the instincts of Curry on the interior. Defenders might be lurking. This guy too good.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Anunoby, a screen on Payton. Outside Anunoby. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Bridges. Six to shoot. Pass to Towns.
I'll tell you, Butler simply can lock you down. He's the very definition of what we call a two-way player.
Doris, you look at the shooting of Karl Anthony Towns, a 7-footer. He's as good as it gets.
He is, B.A. He has been verging on the 50, 40, 90 efficiency type numbers in recent years. He is right there with Dirk Nowitzki when you talk about the sweetest shooting big men of all time.
Bridges against Curry. Oh, it's blocked by Towns!
Tremendous work defensively from Towns. His teammates love to see him send that thing back.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Curry looking it over. Curry with another miss. Curry's gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Pass to Brunson. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Golden State.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Now here's Curry. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Kicks it out Towns, puts up a 3. Rebounded by Green. The Warriors have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. I asked him outright how he planned to deal with Steph Curry. How does anyone deal with him? Coach joked. He went on to say, we'll try to contest every shot and chase him off the arc, but emphasis on try. Not easy to solve a problem with no good solution, I guess, B.A.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City. Playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Here's Curry. After the basket by New York on the other end. Outside for Butler. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
Well, never one to force up a 3. Jimmy Butler judiciously will take a 3-point opportunity. That is a nice delivery.
Now here's Brunson. There's the drive. Yep, that one goes.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Brunson against Payton. Towns on a screen. Brunson passes to Towns. The 3. And Anunoby gets it to go on the assist from Towns.
Don't give OG Anunoby too much space, boy. He will rise and fire in the catch-and-shoot game.
Bridges against Curry. 1:03 left now in the first quarter. Pass to Payton. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Butler outside. And the Warriors with another 3.
Jimmy Butler taking it upon himself to get those 3 points back.
Brunson passes to Towns, and it's powered home by Towns.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Now here's Curry. There's the three. That shot, no good. Hard against Butler. Out to Bridges. Three-pointer. And the Knicks, another three.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy's dangerous as a shooter.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Pass to post, lets the three fly, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry.
And talk about payback. He hits the revenge triple.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire, a little bit of pride at stake.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Kicks it out to Anunoby. It's stolen by Green. Jimmy Butler getting it done for Golden State. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back with you shortly. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
On the floor for the Warriors, they've got Gary Payton II, Jimmy Butler out there with Green. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Post in at the center position.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Now here's Towns. And it's Brunson missing.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
On the wing, Curry. He's guarded by Bridges. And stolen by Brunson. Here's Towns. No good with a layup. And Curry's got the ball here for the Warriors. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Bajimski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. They also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Payton, no good. Knicks trail by 3. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now Brunson. Brunson! So confident at the rim.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you. The three from Curry. The Knicks with the rebound.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Boy, when these bigs like Karl Anthony Towns show off that power, you've got to love it.
Curry with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. Oh, deflected. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And New York has possession, following the score by Golden State. Brunson against Payton. Outside Brunson. Brunson rushes in. That one drops for him. Brunson's got 4 points now in the quarter. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint, but if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Here's Towns, and count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
Now here's Curry. Give him 8 points now. Here's Post. Off target from outside. And here are the Knicks. Big run right now for him. 11-2. Towns with the ball. Payton covering. Ooh, poked away. Curry with a steal. He pulls it. Curry with the big motor. Finishes in transition.
Boy, you get Steph Curry rolling downhill in the open floor. He can finish off a break with such style.
Butler against Bridges. It's hard on the wing. Shoots over Curry. Hart can't hit.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Curry against Bridges. Curry, no good. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Hart. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Hart's gotten his first points in this one.
Boy, you have to love how Jalen Brunson orchestrates this offense. So good at getting the ball where it needs to be.
Back to Curry. Green with a screen on Bridges. Bridges against Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Post. Again, Golden State.
Let's go.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. New York out in front. They're up by 4. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Here with Coach Steve Kerr.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing from Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Achua is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's DeLon Wright. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Tucker in at small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now. And Doris, you talk about the bounciest big men in the association. Mitchell Robinson's on the short list.
Come on now, this guy is a game changer as a lob threat and rim protector. He's grown up so much in terms of avoiding foul trouble, and he's putting in the work on the offensive end. Mitchell Robinson is a big-time player. Well, exactly where you want Robinson taking advantage offensively. Use the length and size to score inside.
Right with the bucket. Warriors trail by 8. Here's Podziemski. Off target with the 3. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Outside McBride. It's stolen by Kuminga. Podziemski with it. Now Wright defending. From deep. Offensive board. Here's Podziemski. Pure from three-point range. Podziemski's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Wright outside. Tucker with a screen. Wright, the pass to Tucker. Now Robinson. Back to Tucker. Shot clock at 6. And he lobs it up to the rim. And a big finish by Robinson.
You've got to have a great sense of timing on the alley-oop pass. Fantastic finish by Mitchell Robinson.
Now here's Podziemski, hounded by Wright. Pass to Heel. And the Warriors with another three.
Boy, how about the release? I mean, no sooner does that ball hit his hands than he rises and fires. Buddy Hield doing what he's paid for.
Now here's Wright. Here's Robinson. And a missed layup. Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
It's Podziemski on the wing, hounded by Wright. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Of course, how about the emergence of Jalen Brunson? The Knicks got him as a free agent.
BA is incredible because the Knicks, when they signed him back in the summer of 2022, many voices were out there saying it's an overpay, you paid Jalen too much. Well, guess what? All NBA performer, and that contract looks like a bargain.
Now here's Wright. To the paint. Robinson passes to Wright. Back to Robinson. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
I'll tell you, a level of toughness on display from Mitchell Robinson. Send a message, young sir.
Hield, screen on Wright. Outside Hield. And there's 1:45 left in the third quarter. Now here's Podziemski. McBride covers. Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's got 5 now.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Here's McBride, guarded by Hield. A nice shot by McBride. McBride's got his first points of the game.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Hield, a screen on Wright. Outside Hield. Back to Podziemski. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by McBride. Knicks leading by 5. 44 seconds left in the third. On the take. Knocked away. Outside Robinson. Shoots from the block. And it's New York scoring again.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Hield, a screen on Wright. Podziemski with it. And McBride picks him up defensively. Robinson with a double. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Now, no, it just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
The shot by Podziemski, no good.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
"15 seconds left in the third quarter. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
This, to me, is how Butler hurts you. The athleticism, the strength, the body control, draws the whistle, still finishes the play.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Bridges passes to Anunoby. Now here's Payton. Here's Looney. And that'll do it for the third quarter. It's the Knicks. They lead by 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. On the floor for the Warriors, we've got Green. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Post in at the 5. And it's powered home by Towns.
This is where you have to keep feeding Karl Anthony Towns. He He's in an incredible rhythm. He's already got huge numbers. Keep feeding the big man.
The three from Curry. That one doesn't drop.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Bridges. Rebounded by Butler.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Curry with it, and it's Anunoby picking him up. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And we played through about a minute here in the fourth.
Terrific anticipation by him, and that's why he's out on the court.
Here's Towns. Back to Brunson. Clock at 6. Towns down low. Anunoby against Butler. Anunoby passes to Bridges. From the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Post has got his 5th rebound in this one. Green with a screen on Bridges to the inside. Green gets up and powers it down.
Whether he's improvising or whether he's running set plays, Steph Curry is an absolute force.
Towns outside. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his 3rd foul so far.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
It's stolen by Green. In transition, here come the Warriors. Blocked!
OG Anunoby is fast off his feet. 7'2" wingspan, says twice on the pipes.
The 3 from Curry. Knicks leading by 4. Brunson with it. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Hart with a screen on Payton. Brunson passes to Hart. And the call over the back.
I don't know what he was thinking about there. Easy over the back call.
Really good job to block out there. This is why you want to go put a body on someone when the shot goes up.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Pass to Post. Back to Curry. The 3 is up. Easy money for Stephen Curry.
Big sequence there, guys. Curry takes it upon himself to take and make the big bucket.
Towns outside. Anunoby on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Towns. Shoots a fadeaway. Rebounded by Green.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should we have moved it just one pass more?
Curry against Bridges to take the lead. Oh, Curry, what a tough finish.
Curry understands how to take a hit, prepares for it, and makes the necessary adjustment.
Butler against Bridges. Brunson, a screen on Butler. The kick out to Brunson. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Looney's checked in. The kick out to Brunson. Oh, Brunson with the triple.
Jalen Brunson wants the ball in these moments, and there he shows you why. Big-time shot.
52 seconds left in the game. Towns a screen on Curry. Brunson surveys. And there's the drive. Kicks it out Towns. Oh, he nails it!
And great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Butler, a screen on Bridges. Curry against Bridges. Outside Curry, outside Butler. Here's the three. Can't hit that one. Deflects the pass. Oh, stolen by Payton. Here's Bridges, and it's Bridges with the jam.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And so it's the Knicks who come out on top here. That was hard, Allie. Good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers. talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Joel Embiid. George is out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Drummond in at the center, filling out the middle. And so it's New York with it. Brunson right side.
Great defense from Andre Drummond that time. An immovable object that has some length.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Knocked loose. Stolen by Anunoby. Brunson against George. Brunson goes in, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
What a good burst from Brunson just to get by the initial defense.
Brent, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think it amazes both of us that Jalen Brunson fell to the second round, the 33rd pick back in 2018. So with that in mind, how has he overcome the doubters?
Well, the first thing he got was opportunity, Kevin, and that's all you can ask for as a young player. What he was able to do in Dallas opened up the eyes of a lot of people to what he was capable of as a point guard in the league. But trust me, Jalen Brunson has never stopped believing in his ability and confidence to dominate a game the way that we've seen him do that in the past couple of seasons.
Now here's Embiid. Hits it from three-point range.
Come on, Joel Embiid. I mean, 7-footers are not supposed to shoot like that.
Bridges kicks to Brunson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Brett, when you survey Jalen Brunson going from role player now to all-star, what a rise. What's been the key for him?
I just think it's confidence, Kevin. I mean, simple confidence. I don't think there's one point where Jalen Brunson didn't believe that, not that he was the best player on the court, but that he was going to be the best leader. And that has translated into him producing some massive scoring and assist nights for any team that he's played on. This guy is a winner.
Now, here's Bridges. Anunoby is screen on George. And it's hard penetrating. George with the defensive effort.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
He gets it in there.
What's the pick used for? It's used for separation, and Paul George got it there.
Brunson outside. From 8 feet away, he drops it in. Brunson's got 5 points so far.
Brunson plays with a tremendous amount of confidence.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin, wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. A three-pointer is right on target.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And they're on the break. Here's Bridges. Pass to Towns. Count that one. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for New York.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Now, here's Maxey. Still scoreless. 5 to shoot. From deep, George. The Knicks pull it in. Bridges with it, and that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul. Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Yabusele, he's checked in for Drummond.
Coming onto the floor for the Sixers.
35 seconds left here in the opening quarter. For New York, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Paul George.
The first free throw is good. Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team, and it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Now, here's Maxey. And George kicks to Yabusele. Shot clock at 6. George against Hart. Launches it from deep. Rebounded by Hart. And a fast break now for the Knicks. There's the lob to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And that concludes the first. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
Josh Hart out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's Maxey. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Mikal Bridges picks one up. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
Brunson takes off. And the layup is good. Brunson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Knicks.
Brunson, one of those players that's just not going to be denied, determined to convert inside, and he does.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. George with the steal. Maxey passes to Oubre. Outside, George. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by New York. To the paint.
Wow, Hart really getting up for that lob.
Knicks lead 22-10.
The 76ers trail by 12. You know, Brent, Josh Hart has been a contributor at the many stops in his NBA career.
And sometimes you have to wait to find your home, Kevin. That's been the case for Josh, but he has always contributed to winning, and now he's locked into this role where he is flourishing. This guy has all the tools to go out there and do little things every night that help your team be in a position to win games.
Brunson being aggressive.
And Brunson capable here of having these binges, scoring the basketball.
Maxey against Bridges. Now, here's Maxey. He's tightly guarded. Clock at 6. Here's Oubre. The shot goes in. First shot, first spin.
I could see that that contact really didn't bother Oubre Jr. on that possession.
Brunson outside. Towns high post. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the
Lowry hammering down the two-hand slam. Maxey against Bridges. Maxey kicks to Oubre. From outside, off the mark. The Knicks leading by 11. Here's Towns. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
And he also brings the hustle to the table. Towns doesn't wait when the break is on. He's quick to get up the court.
And it's George finishing it off.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Brunson, hard finish inside.
And those are 2 points earned by Jalen Brunson.
Oubre outside. Embiid sets the pick for Oubre. Pass to Embiid. There's the triple. They get it back. Oubre kicks to Embiid. Here's Yabusele. Defended by Hart. No good from Yabusele. The Knicks have gone a superb 7 of 7 from the field here in the second. Bridges outside. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first half. Towns, a screen on Maxey. The kick out to Towns. And it's off from three-point range. The 76ers trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And it's Oubre off the drive. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Oubre's got his second basket.
Yeah, probably going to have to do more than that as Oubre is finding a way to get into that seam and then overcomes that aggressive defense to score.
Brunson against Maxey. Into the lane. Brunson, no good. And a deep three from George. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we finished one half of basketball. Knicks lead by 11. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Yabusele out there with Edwards. Then there's Lowry. Then it's Walker. And it's Bona in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The Knicks leading by 11. There's a screen by Robinson. Tucker the pass to Robinson. It's stolen by Edwards. So the wing on the left. Lowry dishes to Walker. No good with the triple. And Tucker kicks to right. Tucker a screen. Takes a shot at the elbow. And it's Bona with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 11. Now Lowry. Scoreless thus far. Five on the clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the 76ers making a change here. Drummond's checked in. New York leading by 11. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Wright, the pass to Achua. The kick out to Wright. Back to Robinson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond.
76ers substitution, number 30. Again,
4 on the shot clock. McBride passes to Robinson. Can't connect from short range. The 76ers trail by 11. There's the lob to the hoop. Intercepted. Here's McBride. Robinson a screen on Walker to the middle. And stolen by Drummond. They push it up 4 on 3. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
That's his first personal.
The Knicks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Wright looking around. Makes it off the glass. Wright's got the lead up to 13 now for New York.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
And stolen by Wright. And here's Tucker. Nothing on the board. Robinson a screen on Edwards. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Knicks shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
P.J. Tucker.
And the technical free throw is good. Poked away. And that's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. McBride passes to Robinson. Right outside. Some nice passing by New York here. On the clock, here's Tucker. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Edwards with the screen for Lowry. Left side, Edwards. There's 1:40 left to play in the third. Releases. Kept alive. Drummond, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
When Drummond gets the ball inside, that's going to scare the rest of your defense. You got to pay attention.
Good on both. Here's McBride. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, throw it anywhere you want. Mitchell Robinson knows what to do.
1:12 left in the third quarter of the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here's Walker. Defended by McBride. And Lonnie Walker picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants to talk to his guys. Pass to Robinson, and there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
54 seconds left in the third quarter. Lowry against Wright. Robinson down low. Lays it up off the glass. Robinson's got 6 points.
Mitchell Robinson is one of the best finishers that you have down low in the NBA.
Floats one. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to 14. Getting a little bit closer on the bucket from Lowry. For New York, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Robinson a screen on Walker. McBride passes to Robinson. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Andre Drummond picks one up. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
A lot of people like Mitchell Robinson because he does what he's told to do, and that is stay in the lane. It's where he does a lot of damage, both defensively and...
What a shot! Yeah, amazing!
That one counts.
Unreal.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close them.
And so it's the New York Knicks looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Jalen Brunson. Hart is out there with Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Bridges in at the shooting guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Bridges kicks to Brunson. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. Here's Hart. Offline with his three. And so George will bring it up for the 76ers. They trail by 11. Pass to Embiid. Misses the three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Bridges dishes to Towns. Out to Bridges. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And the Knicks lead by 14.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down three, he can add it to the list.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Rim rocker, Joel Embiid.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Towns, a screen on Maxey. The kick out to Towns. Brunson against Maxey. And it's Brunson missing. The 76ers trail by 12. Embiid sets the pick for George. Driving the lane. Bridges with the steal. Paul George with the steal. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Well, no question, Joel Embiid is page 1 on the scouting report. Maybe page 2 and 3 as well. He is a handful.
Brunson kicks to Hart. No good that time. Some solid defense from Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Here's Yabusele. No good on the three.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Outside, Towns. Out to Bridges. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The 76ers trail by 10. Now, here's George. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. The Knicks have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Towns, a screen on Maxey. And Hart has it in the corner. That three off the mark.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. You can't give up looks like that all game long.
And one of the many ways Maxey can hurt you with his shooting, lightning fast on that release.
Brunson scanning the floor. Towns, a screen on Maxey. The kick out to Towns. And nothing is falling for him right now. The 76ers trail by 7. Now the 76ers on the break. Embiid running the floor.
And there is no back down in Joel Embiid. He is ready to rise to the occasion in the big moments.
Brunson against Maxey. 54 seconds left in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Out to Brunson. Over Maxey. Some solid defense from Maxey.
But he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
35 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
And good defense from Towns. He's a big-time shot blocker, and that reputation can scare shooters.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Outside, Towns. Clock at 6. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Philadelphia ball.
Timeout called the 76ers. 5 seconds left in the game. Turning here to our analysts. What factors, guys, come to your mind?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
So it's New York picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final shot.
Sports for another. Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Andre Drummond. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for Golden State, they've got Stephen Curry. Jimmy Butler out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Gary Payton II. And it's Post in at the 5. And Grant, having a lengthy bench, so important in the NBA.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
Green against Oubre. Green, the pass to Curry. High arcing shot. Deflected. Here's Oubre. Here's Maxey. And it comes off the front of the rim. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. That's good from Curry on the assist from Butler.
Can't lose sight of Curry on the break. That's when he strikes. He has fantastic awareness.
Maxey surveys. Misses the 3. The Warriors have gone 1 for 3 so far. Payton. The kick out. Curry. From deep. That won't go either for Curry. The 76ers have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Puts one up from 19. Embiid, good.
A focal point in this offense, Embiid has no hesitation shooting off the catch.
And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
Now here's Curry. He's got 5. Lets it go from deep. Drummond grabs the miss.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Here's Maxey. Again, Philadelphia.
With the speed at which Maxey plays, that pull-up is almost impossible to deal with.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Facing off with Paul George tonight, I asked them what makes PG such a special player. Coach said, quote, well, he has a huge effect on the game. Paul can shut down your best scorer on one end and then put up 30 or 40 on the other. Tough to beat that. Paul George, he will have a lot to say about this one, guys. Appreciate the report, Allie.
Maxey taking up that airspace, doing a nice job just bouncing off the floor there.
Golden State has gone 1 of 4 from deep. And here's Curry. He has 7. Sinks the tray. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
George drives in, down low. And here's another one for the Sixers.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Curry, and the layup is good. He's got 12.
Huge night for Curry and a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Maxey against Curry. Oh, George with a steal. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. Philadelphia shooting their first foul shot of the game.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for them. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
Outside Maxey. And there's the lob and the jam by Drummond.
That's how you run the pick and roll. Maxey capping it off with the perfect pass.
Curry with it. 12 points for him. And he drives in. Pass to post. Back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Here's post. Wide open. And he wills that one in. Sinking it right through the back of the iron.
You know, Steph Curry is not always looking for his next shot. He's got a selflessness about him that's inspiring.
Now here's Maxey. He's got 6. And Drummond with the jam.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Curry against George. Now here's Curry. Tight defense on him. Pass to post. Now here's Curry. And post gets it to go.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
5 ticks left in the opening quarter. Here's Maxey. Good D by Payton. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. The Sixers on top. They're up by... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Joel Embiid, Paul George out there with Maxey. Then there's Kelly Oubre, and it's Drummond in at the center position. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. So Butler will go to the free throw line. It's going to go on Paul George, now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
Here's post, and he jams it home with authority.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Then put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
The kick out, Curry. Back to Green. Pass to Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Maxey with it. Payton covering. Maxey passes to Drummond. The rebound by Post. Post has got 5 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Oh! Green dropping the hammer.
Green showing you some real attitude on that throwdown.
George feels it out a bit. Maxey on the wing. Nice move. And George lays it in. George has got 5 points.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Pass to Post. Back to Curry. Launches a 3. Rebound by Philadelphia.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Selfless pass there from Maxey. Really able to handle the guard position quite well.
Outside Butler. from downtown. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. And Maxey, here we go. Pass to Embiid. There's the triple. Looney grabs a miss. Warriors trail by 5. Green with the ball. Guarded now by George. And here is Green. Curry with it. Inside. Looney. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Kelly Oubre picks one up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And guys, that was an element of his game that he could not get turned around. I mean, he was really in a funk, and it lasted all season.
Philadelphia leading by 3. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. And the Warriors making a switch here. Heald's checked in. A 3 from the inbound. Rebound by Philadelphia. Drummond's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's George. Hield against Oubre. Here's George. Oh, drains the 19-footer. George has got 7 points.
Seems effortless for George, that quick release of his.
A deep 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. Screen by Embiid. Back to Drummond. George outside. 6 to shoot. Drummond, the screen on Hield. Here's George. They get it back. Tries yet again. Oh, Embiid imposing his will.
Embiid will eat you alive on the offensive board. You've got to box that guy out.
Green, a screen. Hield against George. Pass to Looney. On the wing, Payton. Looney, a screen on Maxey. Oh, Drummond with a block. And that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Warriors able to keep possession. Hield for 3. And we've reached halftime in this one. Sixers ahead, leading by 7. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot from live. They're thinking about the shot.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often. But in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
They've got Buddy Hield, Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Podziemski, and it's Moody in at the small forward. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
That's exactly what they want. Get him into the offensive flow right away and then keep it going.
Throws it up high. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
To the inside, Jackson-Davis, the layup off target. The Sixers lead by 5. Walker with it, and it's Hield picking him up. The kick out to Edwards. Back to Walker. Let's go with a 3. Jackson-Davis grabs the miss. The Warriors shooting the rock well at 46%. Pass to Hield. Fires, nails it from beyond the arc.
A very efficient range shooter. You expect Hield to take these shots.
Walker for three. Jackson Davis grabs him in. Warriors have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Outside Podziemski. Hield for 3. The shot won't fall. The 76ers have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Lowry surveys the... Here's Bona. Another shot. And he gets that one. And the 76ers lead by 4.
Oh, beating everyone.
He's guarded by Lowry. Off target at the rim. Philadelphia's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Oh, wasted no time on that one. And it's a 7-point 76ers lead.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's got 4 points in the quarter.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Lowry outside. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. The shot from the low post is good.
Going in with the artful shot, and Lowry knew that situation called for grace, not power.
Left side Podziemski. Hield for 3. Sinks it from distance. Hield's got 6.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
You know, to be a high-volume shooter like Buddy Hield, you have to have a lot of self-confidence, Clark.
Well, not just self-confidence, B.A. You better have the ability to knock down shots, and Buddy Hield has that in spades. He can get it done from any direction he needs to, going right, going left off the catch. He can dribble into the 3 on occasion. That shot he's got is...
Oh, Kuminga! Up for days!
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
To the paint. Out to Hield. For the lead. It's not going to go for him. And Walker's got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. The lead is 2. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Moses Moody. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Now Walker, 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Kuminga.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass. And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Walker's shot is off. Hield fires from way outside. And we wrap up the third, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting fourth. And when we return... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And the 76ers, looking at who they've got. They've got Andre Drummond. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's George, and it's Maxey in at the point guard position. Drummond passes to Maxey. That one falls, coming off a Drummond feed.
Zero hesitation, Maxey. Great confidence in his mechanics and his work.
Right side Curry. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Embiid's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Maxey against Payton. Maxey on the wing. Pass to George. Butler with a steal. Here's Green. Oh, look at Green. So smart. So athletic.
Butler really known as one of the best defenders in the game. He knows when to get after it and go for steals with those quick hands.
Embiid a screen on Butler. And George launches it from deep. The rebound by Post. Post has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Curry passes to Butler. Launches it. Curry's shot is off. The Sixers trailing. Here's Maxey. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Oh, stolen by Payton. The Warriors have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Here's Curry. Oh, nice job in the paint from Curry. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
Yeah, one thing I think they should continue doing is attacking the break. Because right now, this defense has no answer for them when they do this. Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Heald's checked in for Stephen Curry. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. First and foremost, he wants to see more points on the break. He asked his team, where's the urgency? We know what we can do in transition. Now let's go out and do it. We'll see if they can pick up the tempo, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Here's Hield. Here he goes. Drops in the layup for 2.
And Hield's judgment in these spots is impressive. Understanding what kind of shot to take in big-time moments.
Maxey attacking. Misses in close.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Here's Butler. Oh, Butler, what a dunk!
And, you know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible. Hey, you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
That's good from George.
Free throw shooting comes into focus in tight games. As usual, he's up to the task.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
You know, this is Hield's role. He's out there to score as much as possible.
Down low. Here's Embiid. Oh, look out! Joel Embiid with a power jam.
Joel Embiid on top of things there, folks. Recognizing a big possession and commanding the ball.
Pass to Post. Oh, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Oubre. Here we go. The Sixers on the break. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain phase. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Hey, a steady hand at the line in a tough situation. He narrows it to a one-possession game.
Here's Hield. Pass to post. George against Hield. And there's a pick. 5 to shoot. Into the lane. Count it!
What poise from Hield when the heat is on. He just locks in on getting his team what they need, a bucket.
Embiid, a screen on Payton. Maxey passes to Embiid.
Yeah! What confidence from Joel Embiid. Knocked that one down in a clutch situation.
Hield with the ball. Butler, a screen on George. The drive by Hield. It falls!
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
For 3, Maxey. It's rebounded by Golden State. Here's Post. And that's an intentional foul.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
First team foul.
Hield for 3. That shot missing. And so it's Golden State winning this one. This one, thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the kisses. Let him ride
to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
So the New York starting five, we've got Jalen Brunson. Hart is out there with Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 slot.
Impeccable touch from Steph.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Brunson the pass to Hart. Goes back up. Back to Brunson. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Hart. Got a hand on it. Butler with the ball. Bridges covering. And it's Butler with the jam.
How about the ferocity from Butler? Just exploding to the rim to take that one home as soon as the lane opened up.
Now here's Brunson. The Knicks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And both free throws good for Brunson. Greg, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Brunson kicks to Bridges. On the wing, Anunoby. Driving inside. Basket good.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby. Confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I did get a chance to speak with Steve Kerr a little bit. Now, Coach said they need to take away Jalen Brunson's weapons and make him make plays, especially from outside. Coach said Brunson is a great distributor. He gets all of his teammates involved. We need to take away his weapons and make him shoot the 3. We'll see if the defense can do that. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Bridges, no one around him. Traps in the tray.
The top 2 things Bridges does well, defend and hit jumpers off the catch.
Pass to post. Back to Payton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Both shots good from the stripe.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Brunson outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with it.
Butler is screen on Bridges. Outside Butler. For 3. Knicks with the rebound. There's 1:59 left to play here in the first. Right with a screen on Payton. Here's Brunson. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Playing bigger than he looks. Brunson has a lot of heart.
And Payton gets it to go on the assist by Green. 1:39 left here in the first quarter. It's taken away by Payton. Here's the break. Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Anunoby. Curry, good.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
And it's Bridges at the elbow. Payton attacking. Another shot. They kick it out to Green. Pass to post. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. His 3-pointers off the mark. Knicks trail by 4. Anunoby outside. And Anunoby slams it in.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
Now here's Curry. 9 points in the game so far. They set the screen. Pass to post. Towns with the steal. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. And here is Bridges. Now here's Brunson. Guarded by Curry. Brunson, no good. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Brunson with some nice D.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He finishes with 9 points. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
They've made a point to take what's given to them in the mid-range. The jumpers are falling for them so far.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
Jimmy Butler is out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Peyton. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's post in at the center. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Here's Butler. In the paint. Butler.
The defense has to make it tougher for Butler. Can't give him that.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. Bridges outside. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Peyton against Brunson. Peyton passes to Curry. Nice take from Curry. And it's good for 2.
And Curry's not the biggest guy, but he can sense the contact coming and makes the adjustment.
RJ, with how well Curry continues to play, I'm not sure his three-point record will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, I think Steph will still be regarded as the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game.
Hart out to Bridges. And Bridges jams it in.
That is the kind of stuff you only see in video games. Come on, Mikal.
Warriors leading by 3. They double-team Curry. Pass to Peyton. Back to Curry. Peyton left side. Here's post. Just 5 on the clock. The shot by Curry, no good. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Green against Anunoby. Hart, that's good.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Curry dishes to Butler. Now Curry. He's got 14. Everything's within Curry's range.
This is what Curry does best. He is so creative at getting into rhythm and staying hot.
Hart with the screen for Brunson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Stephen Curry. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game. 1:43 left in the first half. There's the pick. Curry kicks to Payton. Shot clock at 6. The focus from Curry gets it to fall inside.
Not just a jump shooter. Curry is so creative at figuring out little ways to score inside.
Brunson the pass to Towns. There's 1:17 left in the first half. Back to Hart. Out to Bridges. Second chance shot. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Towns.
And you have to account for Towns on the backboards. He is too big to miss.
Bridges with the steal. To the inside. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Butler finds Curry. 36 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Off target from outside. For New York, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Bridges with it, and Curry picks him up defensively, and Towns gets it to go.
And you see Big Cat that has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
Here's the screen. Curry on the wing. Defended by Bridges. And the Warriors miss again. He doesn't hit that one. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Knicks lead by 2. Got a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Curry has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Miles McBride out there with Wright. And then there's Precious Achiuwa. Then it's P.J. Tucker, and it's Robinson in at the center, locking down the middle. McBride with the ball. Pass to Tucker. And he drives in, and Tucker slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Here's Wright. Back to Tucker. It's Wright on the wing. Right wing. Now, here's Tucker. He's guarded closer. Here's McBride. Misses off the right iron.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Outside, Kuminga. They kick out to Hield. Back to Kuminga. For the 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
Look at Hield's unselfish approach. He's working to find everyone to look, not just himself.
Richard, with Buddy Hield, we're talking about one of the best shooters in the NBA.
No question, he is a marksman. He's going to have to be a mercenary, though. He is the type of an outside threat that every team needs. I don't care what the offensive system is, Buddy Hield will find a way to score.
Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Hield finds Moody. And he banks in the layup. Hield's got his first points in this one.
Nice move. Hield showing he's not just a three-point shooter.
Up top right, he's defended by Pajemski. Right, the pass to Tucker. Over Moody. Tucker can't get it to go.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Back to Jackson Davis, and that one is stuffed right through.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Here's McBride, covered by Hield. Tucker dishes to Robinson. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And Kuminga throws it down.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And here is Wright, still without a basket. 6 to shoot, stolen. One-on-one fast break. Jackson Davis can't get it to go. One-on-one here. Here's Robinson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
Jackson Davis with it. Achu is on him. Back to Jackson Davis. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And Wright kicks to Achua. Here's Robinson, and then Robinson slams it in.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Pass to Pajemski. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Tucker inside, defended by Moody. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And it's denied. Picked off in midair. Here's Kuminga. Shot by Hield, nobody around. And again, no good by Golden State. Here's Achua. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Warriors on top, up by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Pajemski out there with Buddy Hield. Then there's Moses Moody. Then it's Trace Jackson Davis. And it's Kuminga in at the 4-man position. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. He said to his guys, we need to push the pace more. Come on, guys, we're at our best when we're attacking in transition. Energy up now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Towns kicks to Anunoby. With a screen on Peyton. Brunson. It's stolen by Curry.
And that's turned over in about the most frustrating way possible.
Violations like that, yeah, those will make your coach bolder than me.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
The kick outside to Butler. Some nice passing by Golden State. Curry can't get it to go.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Brunson finds Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got 5 assists in the game. Butler against Anunoby. Puts the move on. And there's the nice layup by Butler. And the Warriors lead by 4.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Brunson. Oh, muscling it in. Brunson.
And he's got the confidence. Brunson playing out of his mind.
Outside Butler. Pass to post. The kick outside to Butler. Curry against Bridges. Shot clock at 5. Golden State needs to get off a shot. The shot by Curry, no good.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Here's Bridges. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Outside Butler. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Brunson with it. Now Peyton defending. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Heald's checked in for Stephen Curry. Brunson against Peyton. Now here's Brunson. Not a lot of room. Pass to Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. And that's 10 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Hield. And then Hield with the dunk.
You gotta love Hield's relentless fire on the court, especially when it's do or die time.
Brunson against Peyton. Here's Brunson. Up top, Anunoby. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Anunoby's got the lead up to 2 now for the Knicks. Butler is screen on Bridges. Hield left side. Butler passes to Green. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Butler dishes to Green. Peyton kicks to Butler. Hield with a screen on Anunoby. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by Hart.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Butler is screen on Bridges. Pass to Butler. Lets it go with the 3. He can't get that one to fall. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. 4-point game. From deep three-point land. So a close game sees New York take this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory. Much appreciated, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge,